Now, Calder, you've seen such curses before derive
Isso, mano. O maluco tá iluminado ali, ó, a careca dele brilhando. O Vin Diesel é o calvo mais bem sucedido da face da Terra.
whole communities to ruin. But from what your experience as a witch hunter has taught you is that the usual purpose of such a curse is not just to spread pain and suffering, but to prepare the land with enough misery and darkness for some ulterior motive, to transform the fane of the land into a site ripe for dark ritual. So, you, in seeking the source of this curse, have gathered up a handful of proven warriors from the land to investigate what is actually going down in Bronbog.
I'm Vexalia, the stealthy half-elven ranger, separated from my
Class Ranger, Half Elf, level 8. Tá, já tá bem. Já faz muita coisa, tá?
twin brother, and on the hunt.
I am Grog, a Goliath barbarian with a love
Filho da puta, mano.
for combat, women, and ale.
Vai se fuder, peraí. Caralho, que coisa boa. Que coisa maravilhosa. Quero saber. Barbarian, Goliath. Nossa, top. Level 8.
Women and ale.
I am the head
Monk, Human, level 8. Todo mundo level 8.
mistress, a human monk whose family was killed during a civil war and who
Eu sou a diretora.
is now out seeking vengeance.
I'm DuPont, dwarven rogue, and if there's coin to be had, I'll be there.
Ah, vai se fuder. Esses caras é muito bom, velho. Que isso? Eu nunca tinha visto.
So, as the five of you trudge up to the outskirts of the Dreamseat marshlands, the sun slowly begins to set, and the mildewed, awful, set water smell of the swamp begins to take over your senses. As darkness slowly descends upon the landscape, you can see a bit of light poking through the trees. As you slowly become aware, you've reached the outskirts of Bronbog proper. You see tons of huts and small villages, all darkened, left desolate. You hear the cricketing sound of various insects in the swamp begin to slowly swell, the frogs calling out into the darkness. You approach what looks to be
Cadê a musiquinha, porra?
the only true sign of life in your vicinity, this small hovel, kind of mildewed on the outside, with one single window that is aglow against the darkness.
Can we peek in the window?
Faltou só uma musiquinha aí, né? Faltou só a musiquinha pra ambientizar os caras.
You step up to the side of the window and you peek in
Mas
the
foda-se, né? O cara narrou tão bem que foda-se.
corner. You can see in the interior, it's almost a hoarder's home. There are a series of crates and barrels and papers just scattered about, like this place has been packaged and then unpacked multiple times. Someone's been trying to decide to leave or stay. You see in the light, seems to be a female form, humanoid, sitting over a desk in the corner, currently kind of toying and sobbing to herself silently.
Espírito.
We should probably knock.
We're all gonna get destroyed, killed. Hey, this is
What? She's a hoarder. What? She gonna put us in a
She's got
box, label us?
tons of D20s just lying about.
It smells really good around here.
All right, knock. Who's knocking?
Leader.
Am I knocking? Is that
Puta, o cara já... Os caras já... Líder. E já vem ele. I'm knocking. Tá louco.
we're doing?
If you'd like
Is that- did this turn into Calder the Knocker?
Every journey begins with a single knock.
Well, I can't be surprised. So, I guess I'm
Shouldn't we like perception the house or something first?
maybe.
O cara, ele é iluminado. Ele é o deus do D&D ali nessa cadeira. Ele deve estar muito feliz. Ele deve estar muito feliz.
I feel like we're walking into.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah, I will. And my perception bonus is +6.
Yes.
I think that's a 14.
I like a 14.
Yeah, I think
it's
14.
a little bit of a fail roll, but
As you approach the door, you can see the door itself is not as mildewed as the rest of the building. There is a general appearance to this that the rest of the house, while
É um Banshee.
old and weathered, this door is much fresher than you would expect. That's the best you can ascertain of that nature. It does catch your eye.
Well, at least she cleans the door.
I mean, is everybody all hesitant? I'll knock. I don't
Okay, okay.
Let me show you how we do this. And I go up and I pound on the door real hard.
The sound echoes through the interior, and you hear a voice go, "Ah!" on the other side. A couple of sounds of footsteps kind of pitter up at the side, and the door slowly opens with a creak. You can see now a young woman, kind of in her early to mid-20s, her face streaked with tears and dirt.
Ah, ela vai entregar a quest pra eles. Ele quem parece o mestre nessa iluminação.
Simple clothing kind of looks through, peering at the group. I'm sorry. Is there a problem? What's going on?
I don't do well with emotions. I'm really the group knocker. Somebody else want to take it from here?
Are you upset, dear? What's been happening here?
Well, it's best you not be here.
Ele também é um ator de voz? Porque ele também não é nada mal, velho. Em interpretação.
Death awaits those who come. What are you doing? Flee? Flee, this is my cause. I chose to live here. Let me take this onus. You still have a chance to get away.
Illness?
We don't run.
Get away from what?
Curse.
We pillage.
I'm with him. We pillage.
So she's saying she's running
Bando de vagabundo, vão roubar a casa da menina. Já começaram a cagar a história do mestre.
away from it. We should run away from the curse.
That's what she seems very honestly distraught and is reaching out to in hopes of trying to instill you with the same fear.
But maybe she knows more. Have you done research? Why are you here when everybody else has fled?
Because my family's always been here. And it's not much, but it's still home. And if we all leave, there's no chance anyone will come and save us. This whole land will fall to ruin. At the very least, if I die here.
Tá, mas esses jogos de câmera vai tomar no cu também, né? O cara tem no mínimo umas 4 câmeras gravando isso daí. O Mercer é a voz do Cassidy no Overwatch. Caralho, irado. O do Ganondorf no novo Zelda. Porra, só tem monstro, então.
Maybe that'll be enough of a reason for someone to come and alleviate this terrible, terrible night scene.
Who's responsible for the curse?
We don't know for sure. We hear.
Vocês sabiam que o Vin Diesel contrata um cara pra mestrar pra ele toda semana numa campanha solo? Eu vi ele falando isso numa entrevista, eu fiquei de cara, velho. Ô, Vin, me contrata.
Voices in the night, in the far ends of this swamp. We hear laughing and terrible, terrible gurgling in the swamp. Voices of languages we don't know. We've had a few folks go out to try and stop this. They never came back. Recently, I've heard terrible, wistful howling of voices, moaning in the morning mists.
Do we know which direction the swamps are from this?
You're currently about a good, say an hour's worth of travel into the swamp to meet this. So you're in the heart of it right now. It goes further out towards the distant mountain range, and you gather from what you have traveled, it just gets more and more desolate, more murky. The water level seems to sink even further.
I mean, it's laughing, gurgling, moaning. If we're sure it's not a bar, might not be so bad.
Esse maluco é um fanfarrão, velho.
What can we get out of this?
I could collect some change of the few that have stayed. I mean, I've only got a bit of gold to my name as well, but we'd be happy to put it up if you'll be of help. Please, I ask.
Oh, a bit is much better than none.
I'll go ahead and...
You greedy.
I'll go ahead and speak to the dentist.
Sempre tem, né, velho?
I think we should get half up front.
You drive a hard bar.
Não adianta, né, velho? O grupo de aventureiros que engata numa missão por boa vontade ficou parado lá na minha infância, né? Todos os grupos de hoje em dia só querem saber disso daqui, ó. Money.
Bargain.
What do you
Well,
have
I
on
mean-
you?
Culpa dos MMOs.
Yeah.
Go on a little persuasion check.
Okay. +1.
12.
Tá certo, pô.
Okay. I'll offer you what I have. And she stumbles off and starts thumbing through all these boxes, making this loud clattering noise.
Look
Comes
what
back
you
about
did.
5 minutes later and goes, "Yeah, 120 gold. It's all I've got to my name, but if this means to you that...
Nossa, já, velho. Olha o olhinho dos caras, né? Olha lá. Tava todo mundo aqui, ó.
Through all these boxes, making this loud,
Olha lá.
clattering noise.
Olha a carinha dele. Olha a carinha desse desgraçado, como ele fica, ó. Olha lá.
Thumbing through all these boxes,
Olha lá. Já torceu o nariz. Aí foi só ele falar a
making this loud,
quantia, ó.
clattering noise. Comes back about 5 minutes later and goes, 120 gold.
Impagável, velho. Impagável, mano.
It's all I've got to my name, but if this means to you that we have your service to aid us, please. This bravery is a welcome change around here. If you like, I can take you to these ruins outside the village where this seems to...
I grab
Os caras já estão aqui, não. Somos aventureiros. Podemos te ajudar. Vamos lá, garota.
the gold purse and I say, go ahead and show us the way, as I put it in my backpack.
Olha essa daí, verminha, verminha, verminha.
All right. This way. And she walks out past you, kind of closing the door behind her, locking it with a key. Turns around. Follow me into the marsh. And she steps out into the night air, deeper into the swamp.
Yeah, we follow.